When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bearcats will put total leather and we'll get started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Aggies offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important to get this guy going early.
Yeah,
just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him.
Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to make magic. Ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish... run game early on offense.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Get it out on the screen. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. This offense is humming less than a minute inside the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll give it to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. To the air on second down. Big fella moving. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You gonna leave that open? Okay, I'm gonna take it right now.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? He's not gonna make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
What a job by this defense. What a response to some early success for the offense, shutting them down on 3rd and goal. And now I think it's decision time for this offense. And this...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Bearcats want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He lost one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the... They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bearcats send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
We'll give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. It'll be 3rd From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And he had just enough to will that one home. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. Defense. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. The defense just gives back its... victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched the sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Western Michigan was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Broncos performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the MAC.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. Looking to buy time. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on him.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And the offense offense got exactly what they wanted. They got the look. They dialed up the play. Everything was going great until they forgot to hold on to the football.
Yeah, it's plays like that that end up losing you games, right? This is an offense that has playmakers, and they can create explosive plays, and they got one right there, but you just have to finish. You got to have better ball security. Give the defense credit, though. They forced the takeaway and changed momentum.
Wants to go up top on first down. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Bearcats racing to the line in the hurry up. Run the gun. The running back has it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he put...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the ground game. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's it for this period. New Mexico State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll go with a direct snap. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Well, it's decision time now for the head coach. You probably like the play call. Third down, you're running the ball thinking you're going to get it in your own end. You don't. Now what do you do?
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab. They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Quickly complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a great job by the wide receiver understanding where the first down marker is. Don't mess around. Don't run 2 yards short. Get to the first down, catch the football, move the sticks, and get an extra set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. It's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
I love fullbacks. They do such a good job. They're so unselfish, and I love when you throw them a bone near the goal line. Everybody knows it's coming. All the beef in the game. Give him the football. He does the rest. Reward the big fella for all his hard work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
The Bearcats decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. Wants to throw it. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this 1st punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this 1st half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. There's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. And not much else could go wrong. A defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Off the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Heaves it deep. Got his man to the left. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Combs.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Bearcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. He's at the touchdown, Aggies. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
To tack one more onto that lead. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, New Mexico
PAT
State.
unit on the field.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it.
0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Pulls in the deep ball. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
The give on the inside. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw time, running short in the half. Grab near the marker. It's Coles. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Lost a throw. He's working against the clock. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Looking to scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Unleashes to the end zone. He was open, he had it. Dropped it, would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Just drives it between the uprights. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this 3rd quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Sends it back in motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles, and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it.
Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Bearcats! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Cincinnati, 10.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They're setting up the screen. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. To the ground with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. The defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Leaves it with the back. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, New Mexico State.
Going right to work up top. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
They're going to run it to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Can't get him to the ground. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Got enough space. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 9.
When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And the Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. Complete.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Here's a heat. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Bearcats will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys
picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They go to the ground. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. There he goes. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. That's it for the period. Break coming, and New Mexico State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. On the option. He'll toss it. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Bearcats have their offense in high gear. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Getting set for the point after. smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
17.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
The give on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just let your guy make a play, right? And if I may, that one went off without a hitch.
Nice job. And I tell you what, you could tell they were honoring the deep ball a little bit, just enough where you could sit that thing down, created enough space as the receiver. QB throws a strike, first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. They go to the draw. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. 70 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4.
59, Cincinnati, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field.
Here we go.
They'll leave it with him. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The quarterback takes a knee. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. A lot of ground to cover here on 4th down. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.